you're 2D, and you're side scrolling, and you're moving up and down on this thing, but it rotates three-dimensionally. So the new AC games that came out, Assassin's Creed games, do that same thing. You're running side, and then you don't get to the end of a board. You actually, the board rotates three-dimensionally, so you can like move to a different place. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know what you call that. 2.5D maybe, or it's not full 3D. But I'm going to be playing those, and they're really neat from what I've seen. They also have a really cool design concept behind them. Okay, I'll apologize. Sleep with me?
Sorry. Pretty dumb excuse.
Extremely stupid. I'm glad a mere whiff of fresh air helped you realize that.
Fine. What do I do?
Firstly, help Eskel and Lambert. One was supposed to get me.
I'm getting into the tannins of this coffee.
To fortify the phylactery with elemental
it's real
power.
fucking gross.
I've yet to see
It's drinking sediment. That's what it is. I'm drinking sediment.
My, the initiative. That leaves one other trifle to resolve.
The sleeping. Us banging each other. That's what we gotta resolve.
I'm certain there's an energy source nearby, generating disturbances, making the crystals malfunction. We must find it and neutralize it. Quickly, I must contact someone. It's urgent.
Who you plan to contact? Or is that a secret too?
First off, stop pouting. Second, no, it's no secret. Ida Emian. Remember her?
How could I forget? Member of the Lodge, Elven Sage.
Exactly, a sage. As the name suggests, she should know a great deal. I'd like to ask her for advice about Uma. Satisfied?
So the theory is that his daughter that he's trying to find, Cirilla, who they call Siri, not to be confused with the feature on an iPhone. The theory is that Cirilla got a curse and then turned into this weird gimp-like creature called Uma because of a curse. So they're trying to figure out that, I think.
All right. How do I find the source?
Use this Potesta.
Oh yeah. I only drink my coffee black. That's how you get the flavor.
Potesta.
You know?
Potesta Quisitor? Sounds fancy. Complicated.
Yet it's ever so simple.
This coffee isn't that bad. Depends on how you make the mix. It is potent. Oh, it'll get you high. That's for sure.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I have a new quest item. Prepare by placing it in the appropriate slot. Okay. What is it?
Nothing
that's
here.
Pretty cool. All right. Let's go to wherever we gotta go.
Signal. Signal's growing stronger.
So, Yennefer found a volunteer to walk around with a chirping stick after all.
Shh. Signal. Shit, lost the signal. Nothing here. Oh, got a signal. Signal's growing stronger.
I hate Lambert, by the way. I fucking hate that dude.
Shit, lost the signal.
Fuck me.
Nothing here. Oh, got a signal.
All right. I guess it's in this bookshelf, maybe? No. Did I just find the Necronomicon?
Oh, got a signal.
It's just laying around.
Signal's growing stronger.
Okay. Okay. Anyone want to help me out?
Shit.
I lost the signal again.
Nothing here. Nothing here.
I'm listening.
Oh, got a signal.
Somewhere around here. What? Find the source of the magical
Signal's growing
disturbance.
stronger.
Something on this table, maybe?
Can't be far now. Getting
Yeah,
warmer.
it's fucking Uma. There we go.
Warmer, hot.
I'm referring to the fact that this game is full of so many Easter eggs. I'm looking for Siri. Necronomicon just randomly laying in a thing is probably a reference. Probably a reference to Evil Dead. That's what I think. So, if you played this game before, you might know who the Bloody Baron is.
How can I help you?
I used to be Siri, the really hot daughter you used to have, and now I'm weird looking.
You think universals exist as real and distinct entities?
But if you remember the Bloody Baron, I was walking through his castle, and there was two guards that were like just kind of standing wherever, and I walked by him, and the one guy goes in a really thick, like Cockney British accent. He's like, "Bring out the gimp," and the other one's like, "But the gimp's sleeping," and the other one says, "Well, I guess you better just wake him up now, won't you?" And I was just like, "What the fuck?" That was a Pulp Fiction reference. Like, this game is so weird for weird pop culture references. It's strange. There's tons of them in here.
Universals exist as real and distinct entities, or only as mental constructs?
I don't know what I'm doing.
So do I.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just looking for yellow text visual cues.
So long.
I'm not really sure what's... Oh, okay.
Getting warmer. Warmer. Hot.
Ah, fuck you.
Can we talk?
Shit. That's not what I want. Take care. So maybe it's in these,
So long. Getting warmer.
It's not in my stash. Fuck you.
Hot.
It's the string I just picked up.
Getting warmer.
Uh-oh.
Warmer. Hot.
No. Oh, fucking...
Getting warmer. Warmer. Hot.
Getting warmer. Getting warmer. Hot. Sexy.
Can't be far now.
I may fart. I just farted.
Can't be
Cow's
far now.
milk. No, that's not it either.
Can't be far now.
Am I a blonde or brunette guy? I'm a whatever I've had. And I've had a blonde and a brunette in my life, so... Either one. I mean, I dated a lot of blondes. Dude, this fucking is getting on my nerves. Using source of the magical disturbance. Alright, Geralt. Yeah, I was getting warmer and I was... It must be that fucking door over there.
Pretty, isn't it? Interesting.
Alright.
Warmer. Warmer. Hot.
No, it's not this door, or is it? Maybe it is. Yeah, it's probably up this staircase, maybe? No. Fuck. God damn it. Sorry, guys. I'm at a boring part. I can't fucking figure it out. Jesus Christ almighty. If anyone's played this before, let me know. Is it in this?
No reaction
Nope.
to diamond.
Ah, there
What?
you are. Getting warmer. Warmer.
Got it.
Hot. Disturbance is coming from there. What's in these crates?
Dimeridium bombs. Lambert.
He just pronounced it.
Under the megascope.
Dimeridium. I was calling it
Gotta get 'em outta
Demetrium.
here.
I can do that. Rather
Dimeridium.
You not make a mess of my shelves. Just keep an eye
Meridum.
on them.
Dimeridium.
Vesemir.
Dimeridium. Sounds like...
How goes it?
Sounds like...
Vesemir's not working you too hard, I hope. Thought so.
Yeah, I got it. Took a second. Hey, it's early morning, man.
All done. You can go. Now, let's check your conditioned reflexes.
All right. Let Yennefer know you removed the source of the disturbance. All right, let's run back to Yen. Conan O'Brien was really funny when he was doing Clueless Gamer for this. He heard Yennefer and he goes, "Don't you mean Jennifer?" And they were like, the guy was like, "No, Yennefer." He's like, "No, Jennifer. That's her name, Jennifer." Dimeridium. New
Thank you.
word of the day.
What was it?
Dimeridium.
There it is
bombs.
again.
Lambert left them by the
Dimeridium.
beds.
I suppose he had no idea.
Never gonna forget how to
that
pronounce
filled
that
my
ever again.
megascope.
Pulling your ponytail, I suppose. Lambert doesn't know shit about pulling your ponytail, I suppose.
No, he probably knew. But that's the sort of prank you only pull on someone you like.
You don't suppose he... Lambert? Really? I'm flattered. Enough. Ready for this conversation?
Sure you want me here? Members of the Lodge don't let just anyone in on their secrets, or so I've heard.
Consider it a token of our trust. Now let's begin. And Geralt, behave.
I don't want to.
please.
Didn't you just say you trust me?
Stop twisting my words.
Cagnell Yennefer at Vengerberg. Gwynblade.
Hey there, Ida.
Geralt.
It matters not, Yennefer. I've grown accustomed to human decorum. Why have you summoned me?
We've come up against a curse. One we must lift. It was uttered
Oh, the
in a
Tomb Raider
dialect
was the
of
best.
speech unfamiliar to me.
Yeah, the Tomb Raider
I see.
Clueless Gamer.
The words of the
So
curse?
goddamn funny, dude.
Vafe
It was amazing.
lelei, kedmil foli,
You're hot when you're talking fucking
levedon
elf, man.
etenid, bondro ithne iacus.
Which just sounds like Gaelic, by the way. I don't speak Gaelic, but sounds like
Recognize
Gaelic.
the dialect?
Lathan Undod.
Meaning?
The so-called One speech, a forgotten language dating from before the
But this is
migration.
made by
Migration?
Later, Geralt.
CD Projekt Red, which is a Polish game, a company. So it could just be Polish. I don't know. I don't speak this shit.
Take it you've heard the words before.
Yes, in legends, of the kind that do not end happily.
Can you help us with the curse?
To a degree, Agnes de Glanville's incantation, combined with Elder's triangle, inverted, of course. They are your only possible recourse. But I cannot guarantee that even they will suffice.
Thank you, Ensavern. Vafael.
That does not conclude our conversation.
What is it?
The time of the white frost and white light is nigh.
And the world will perish amidst ice. I know Ithleen's prophecy.
I don't doubt you know it, but do you understand it? The Elder Blood can initiate the final age, the time of the end, or stop it. Remember this, Gwynblade, for you will be the one to determine if the seed bursts
Who's
into
Gwynblade?
flames.
Is that Geralt? Don't you just mean Twin Blade?
What was that about? The migration?
I always start with the...
Did they teach you no history?
I start with the dialogue options at the
Vesemir
bottom
figured
before I go to
Swordwood could be more
the
useful
main
on
one.
path. Gonna
'Cause
answer me?
It tells like a
Naturally.
bunch of
One's never too old to
extra
learn.
factoids if you
The
pick the
Ensay and the NN
not
elves were
gold
once
colored
one
ones. I
folk,
mean, it's
the
slower
Undod.
and there's more you gotta
Then
listen
came
to, but
cataclysm. No one
tells more
knows its
story
nature.
and it's more interesting.
The Undod were forced to leave their world. They split along the way.
So if Uma's curse was uttered in this Lathan Undod,
Then it's old. Very, very old.
any idea what she was talking about?
Ciri, of course.
Wish everyone would just leave her the hell
Leave it
alone.
the hell alone.
Wouldn't count on it.
All in all, interesting conversation. What now?
You can start by apologizing for acting like a boor, despite my asking you not to.
I'm sorry. It's just when Ida started in with that patronizing tone.
You decided to prove she was completely justified to adopt that attitude. Well done, Geralt. Bravo. Oh, enough. All is ready. We should gather the others and begin.
That is one ugly
Listen,
baby.
everyone. All is in place. We may begin. Lambert, prepare the apparatuses. Eskel, go.
Last I heard, my dear, I give the orders around here, not you.
Yeah,
I
the
believe we made an agreement to seek to cure Uma
It's a
my
rough.
way.
I said we would help.
I learned this the other day
That's
when I was in my stream
I
and
don't
people
know
were
what
asking
you
the
want to
same
do,
question.
we
What
have
is that thing
everything
around
before
Geralt's
us,
neck
but
that's
it's
making him look
not
like a fucking
safe,
clown?
is it?
Yeah, it's called a ruff.
Just as I thought. Which is why I think we should first try another.
Just don't quote me on that though. You should look it up yourself. Clock's ticking. What's this other method?
What's this method?
Derives from folk
Hold on one
traditions.
second. While
I've
that's
used it
playing,
many
I'm gonna get
times.
more coffee.
1211 to lift the curse that held the swan of Povis, for instance. Now take Uma into the mountains.
What then? Will you howl at the moon together?
A bit of respect. You're not talking to Geralt.
No, we will not howl at the moon. I'll lay him down on a gravestone. Come midnight, I'll give him tea made of hemlock harvested from... But I don't see that I need to explain this to you.
In my opinion.
I know your opinion, but I'm not asking anyone's permission. I'm saying...
Pretty
what
sure it's
you
called a
like.
ruff.
I'll be back at dawn with Uma, whoever hides inside him.
What's the ugly baby doing?
Vesemir's gotten a bit grumpy in his old age.
That was nothing. Should have been here last winter when Lambert tried to convince him we ought to abandon Care.
Yeah, I thought it was called a ruff.
What
The other
makes
day
this
there
old
was a
ruin
huge debate in
anyway?
the chat.
Moldy walls, leaky roof, and it's one big fucking ice
I
cube
hate
in the
that
winter.
Lambert guy.
Vesemir didn't
I
say
fucking
a
hate him.
word. Stood, grabbed his sword, and slammed the door on his way out. Didn't come back for a month.
So, got the evening off. What do we do with it?
Vesemir mentioned some roof beams in the tower need replacing. Maybe we could see to that.
Could all gangbang Yennefer. You can do that too.
Or we could have a drink.
Sounds a lot better than the beams.
Wouldn't mind a shot myself, or two.
Nothing I can do. Been outvoted. Let's go. Yen, we don't have glasses. You alright drinking from a mug?
I'd drink from an old boot tonight. Perhaps instead of getting crocked in deep glum, we could do some catching up.
I just busted ass again. Sorry. It happens with morning coffee. It's just gonna happen. Sorry.
The higher vampire.
Oh ho ho. Dangerous horse sons, those.
Finicky, too. Specimen in question only went for young women from the upper classes.
That's like me.
We've no interest in your fantasies, Lambert. Whereas the vampire, even I'm curious to know how you managed.
My client threw a masquerade ball for the city's notables to lure the vampire out of hiding. I was there too, disguised. Let me tell you,
There's so much narrative in this game.
What about the vampire?
I made a deal with this young alchemist. She really loaded up.
Yeah.
Fish tech, vodka, magic mushrooms. Went out into the
I mean,
garden.
truth be told, like, people
Vampire
didn't
found her
shower
and
very
drank his
often
fill.
in the past.
Fight
I mean,
was an afterthought.
technically this...
Fairy tale on gluttony for modern times.
Alchemist come out of it all right?
Fine. Lost a bit of blood, I suppose. Hangover was the worst part. She drank nothing but pickle juice for the next month.
One thing that really bothers me about this game is a personal pet peeve.
Any interesting contracts before you set off in search of Caradin?
This game has an anachronistic language, and I don't know. It's made by Polish people who aren't, their native language is, could or may not be English. I don't really know.
Shush, I'm talking now.
These days in
So
Europe,
this giant was
people
giving
are
him trouble.
generally
Attacking
born
convoys,
bilingual.
dragging folk off into the swamps.
But
Relieving himself on the highway, rendering it dreadful.
there's anachronistic language in this game. I mean, I know this is not a historical game. You know, we're not time traveling here. We're not playing real world history here.
What did you do?
But sometimes they use slang that would only exist in the modern era. And it just, you know, you definitely can tell that this game was created by some, you know, some weird, young, nerdy fucking game developers who like cursing. Because the characters curse with very strange slang that doesn't fit with the time period or the perceived time period. Might have spared the troll.
Could have spared the troll.
To eat roots and sleep in roadside ditches? I needed the coin. And not a soul mourned that troll's passing.
Let's raise a mug to his memory. The least we can do.
Well,
Eventful times for me recently. Kings, dragons, conspiracies. And then I found Yen.
We're thrilled for you. But why don't you tell us about Uma instead?
Long story. I was on Ciri's trail. Went to Velen, Skellige, Novigrad, where Dandelion needed saving again.
He get caught plowing somebody he shouldn't have been.
Right. Speaking of old friends Novigrad and plowing.
hoeing.
Triss?
That's what I like to call it.
Triss is managing all right.
How are those scars she got at Sodden? Still there?
Lambert, not funny.
Fine. Conversation turned serious? Let's talk.
Well, they could have made the game with more. Everyone's talking in accents. They could have made the game. They don't have to make it Old English, you know, like speaking in poetry. But like,
I'll subject him to the trial of grasses, but only.
like an example is plowing. They just like made that up. I don't think that ever existed as a piece of slang. Mind your manners. Don't react.
sorry. Looking to turn him into a witcher?
Of course not. As I was about to say, I'll only apply the first half of the trial, because...
Because you want to watch him suffer?
Stop interrupting, or I will watch you suffer. To restore Uma's former appearance, we must first... How do I explain it? Imagine a lump of clay. In order to shape it, you must first moisten it, or it will crumble. The trial's initial part does just that. It opens the body to change, so to speak. Only then can the mutagens produce a witcher.
What are the chances Uma will survive?
Not great, but we've no choice.
Unless Vesemir can do the trick with his hemlock.
Might be surprised. Old man knows his stuff.
It'll be the first trial in years. Decades.
I knew you'd be wary.
Wary? That's not the problem. Those secrets have been forgotten, and that's how they should stay.
I'd be the last to suggest you start producing hordes of witches.
You hardly need to. See, till now we had a great excuse not to take in apprentices. Seems we'll need to
Ugly
talk it over.
motherfucker.
Maybe later. Who's up for another round?
Oh, I am. But we're all out of stuff to chew on. Geralt, mind raiding the kitchen?
Not at all.
Gentlemen, pleasure drinking with you. Lambert especially. But the hour is late. Don't stay up long. Tomorrow's an important day.
You look like a clown, Geralt.
Didn't listen, did he?
They never do.
What are you talking about?
Samavilla contract Eskel got a while back. Good story.
Finish it in a minute. First, some more fuel.
Ooh. Now that's a kick in the
I mean,
butt. What is
I'm
it?
The gauntlet.
personally, I'm a huge
Equal
fan
parts
of
spirit
fantasy
light.
and real history,
What's
so
that about? Yen's gone to bed.
I'd be
Time for some
totally
surgery.
down to play a game that
Damn
plays
straight.
real
Force
history
another.
as opposed to
Line 'em up.
fiction. You know, like if this was if all the music in here sounds like it's 16th century Henry VIII time period. If this was like a game where you're playing as Henry VIII or you know even earlier Henry V, it'd be neat. You know, it'd be a lot of fun to play. I'd play that game in like 2 seconds. Ooh, how about a round of cards? I think I want to play some Gwent.
How about a round of cards?
Why not? Playing for coin, though, right?
Agreed.
Yeah. Unless you'd rather play strip Gwent.
Maybe I'd finally come to understand what women see in you.
Compare your trouser snakes later. Pouch is on the table. What's with him?
Don't worry about it. Let's
Right.
play.
Yeah, they're definitely worried that real history is boring. All right, do I want to use the Scoia'tael? I don't think so. I'm gonna hit monsters first, and if I lose, I lose. But I have pretty powerful monster hand, 195 total card strength, so it's not bad. Let's start the game. I don't think I unlocked another leader. No, this is the leader I go with all the time. Alright, so I keep the Scorch cards, maybe keep the Biting Frost. I do not need both of these Neckers. I do not need Torrential Rain, but I also don't need a double up on... Yeah, I don't need Torrential Rain. I'm getting rid of that. What did it give me? So I'm going to drop my Biting Frost because that usually forces the computer's hand. If you put that down initially, it's going to fuck me if I want to... Right. So it already happened. Now all I got to do is throw this guy down. That's a little weird competitive glitch. If you throw down some kind of weather card initially, Now all I gotta do is do this. I'll pull my buddy in, and I didn't even sacrifice really one card there, so I won that round. All right. Now I may just let the computer win on this one. We'll see. Drop my 2, and I'll pull in the other neckers. There we go. Drop my 5, and that'll pull in the other 5s. Ooh, and some 4s. Didn't expect that. Same class, I guess. Oh no, I've pretty much gotten along pretty fine with this. I got a really awesome stack deck now. So if you need me to explain this game, I can explain it to you. It's a lot of fun. All those little mini heads on those guys in the close combat row that I just added in there, they pull their fellow comrades that are in their fighting class from the main deck into the battle, which gives me a huge advantage. As you can see, I'm already at 80 points and I have hardly used anything from my playable deck. So pretty awesome power if you can collect the cards. I've collected these cards from primarily playing innkeepers and shit all around the. I mean, I like playing card games. So these bottle capped ones are special cards that are not affected by weather and things like that. All right, so I'm gonna throw in Yennefer. And she brought him back, so I'll put that guy back into the pot. There's actually a achievement you can get through Xbox Live, and I guess a trophy through PlayStation that gives you, if you get 187 points, you get a trophy. I've never been able to do that. As you can see, I'm at 91 right now. There must be some way to do it. I guess if I had 3 of these, this little horn, I'd be able to double all of these, and that might get me closer to it, but we're not going to see that today. I definitely do not want to use the Scorch, because if I use the Scorch card, it scorches either my side or their side, the highest number on the board, which would be my 8s here, and that would drop my score dramatically. So I don't want to use the Scorch card, which is this guy right here. That's Scorch. I'm going to drop this guy right here. When they're close combat front row, meaning the row that's opposite this row, when they get above 10, I can use this to drop their highest card from that row. So I think I pretty much got this one in the can. Drop him there. 125, that's not fucking bad, right? And they got about 2 cards left. I might be able to scorch them. Yeah, I can scorch their 5 right now. No, I don't want to use scorch. Sorry. 7. I'll use my 7. This card has scorch built into it. But unlike the scorch card, when I throw the scorch card down, I throw that down, it scorches my highest cards and their highest cards. When I throw the 7 with the scorch, it gives me points and scorches their close combat row. So their 5 went down. So I didn't impact myself negatively. I just impacted them negatively and got myself 7 extra points. I can't throw this down, so I'm just gonna hold when I'm done, and that should be a win. So I obliterated those motherfuckers.
Geralt, this Especially that move with the...
Esco. He doesn't need any praise, just pour.
I wonder if he's going to give me a card.
So, what's this about a Samavilla?
Snared this peasant in her dance. Instead of being happy, he escaped with his life. Yoko fell head over heels in love. Wanted me to trap her.
Welcome to the stream. This is Morning Coffee with Felix Hergood. I'm Felix Hergood, one of the hosts of the Emergent Gamer podcast. You can subscribe in iTunes. You can also watch on our website, emergentmedianetwork.com/EG Presents.
What's that?
Stay away from dangerous women.
We talk games, and Yennefer and I, we're not a couple, right? Let's change it. We just fuck from time to time. So we're definitely not a couple.
And I, we're not a couple. And we
Yeah,
want
definitely
to be
not a
one.
Glock 9mm in this game.
Explains
Definitely not.
why the Sorceress Superior was so damn silky.
Lambert, drop it. Sorry, kid.
Morning Coffee with Felix Hergood will be featured sometime between 8 and 10 generally in the morning.
Talk about it.
I also will be doing Nightcap with Felix Hergood.
Doable.
I won't be drinking because I have a recently developed acid reflux problem and can't drink anymore. Sucks.
Colder and up a nice giant's ass in here. Gentlemen, I shall return.
Yeah, generally 8 and 10 in the morning, schedule permitting. I have a real job. Along with Lambert, not cold. You know what I mean? You get along with Lambert.
You and
Yeah, I have a real job and have to go to that
I've learned not to
So,
talk to him about
I'll be getting up
things.
very soon.
That's quite a list.
Well,
It is.
in a half hour.
Hello, youngins. Got your own little carnival going, eh? Alcohol, my goodness, is a
I don't even know
witch's
what's
worst
going on.
enemy.
They're just drinking? Was that what we're doing? We're not moving the story
Vesimir's
forward?
drunk. The height of fashion.
Hopefully a
You're
giant
like
dragon
12.
comes in here, or
Old man
wyvern
probably
or
put
some
it on
shit,
when he went
tries to
courting.
attack us.
Or in the jargon of the time, wooing the damsels. Men,
Coffee I'm drinking this morning is called, and believe me, there's no advertising here. I'm not getting paid, but it's called Daily Basics Ground Coffee, 100% pure coffee. It is found at Aldi for a really, really affordable price, and it's not really that good.
Take that off before you get it dirty. And
Kind of a
pour.
Oh, I'll
foot
pour, Esco.
aftertaste.
I'll pour. To the brim.
Morning coffee.